Hello, inflation. Hey, everybody. We joked about this before, but it's become a reality. Dollar Tree is now going to be raising their prices for certain items to more than a dollar. Maybe this will start waking people up as to what's happening. Inflation is here to stay, it's not transitory. The tweet came out here. Dollar Tree, a company whose entire brand is based on every item being a dollar, announced they're raising prices on a dollar, above a dollar for selected items. Now, the whole press release is here. We'll get into that in just a couple minutes here. But first, as we do every Thursday, weekly jobless claims rise more than expected, 362,000. We're still 1.2 million plus new jobless filings every month. In the meantime, new jobs added are a fraction of that. We're continuing to shed jobs. We know the real unemployment number is completely uh, fake, phony, whatever you want to call it. But yet they're still floating this 5% number out there. It's really closer to 25%. We'll see how much higher it's going to go with these jobless numbers continuing to be a disaster just week after week after week. And if you're not getting ready for what's coming, or if you're not preparing, if you know people that are not preparing, you may want to point them in the direction of this video or videos like this. Please share these videos because we've got some really tough economic times coming here in the United States for so many people. If you're in the bottom 90%, especially if you're in the bottom 50%, look out because the working class is really going to get pummeled with these rising prices. Now, for the hedge fund people, the stock traders, the corporate upper level executives, or even people that manage to stay out of debt that are very conservative with their spending, there will be a fraction of the population that really won't feel this too badly. But most of the population is going to be suffering. We're talking about rising energy prices, with more jobs being shedded. Will the payouts, will the unemployment benefits be enough to keep all these people off of the streets? Again, we'll have to see. Quick update here on the House passing. They basically did pass the debt ceiling suspension, so debt can increase, so no government shutdown unless it gets shut down in the Senate. But then what's going to happen after that? Even if there is a shutdown, it'll typically be a short one until some quote emergency compromise is reached, and they will continue to increase the debt to never-ending amounts. All right, now let's go back to this Dollar Tree story, and we've spoken about this several times, but here it is. I mean, the Dollar Tree now, are they going to have to call themselves, and we joked about this, are they going to call themselves the $1.50 tree, the $2 tree? Well, it's not too shocking. Actually, the 99-cent store for many years now has been selling certain items above a dollar. So what they could do is they can just say, well, now we're offering more items, more of a selection in addition to the dollar items. We've also witnessed shrinkflation, where packaging has been getting smaller. I don't know how many of you out there shop at Costco. I actually went to Costco for the first time yesterday, in probably maybe 6 months. It had been a while, and I noticed a whole bunch of items that were priced higher, that were smaller packaging. We used to buy these 2 packs of this melatonin supplement that used to come in 2 packs. Now it was just one. And instead of like two for 20, it was like one for close to $15. I mean, we noticed it not just in that, in many items across the store. But let's go to this press release right here out of the Dollar Tree. Based on positive customer reaction to its success combo Dollar Tree Plus stores formats, the company plans to begin adding new price points above a dollar across the Dollar Tree Plus stores. So it sounds like they're going to start it off at select stores, kind of see how it goes. This is what they typically do with something like this. Retailers will roll it out in certain locations and then expand it to all the locations if it's a success. So there you go. What's your guess? Is it going to be $1.50 tree, $2 tree? The 99-cent store didn't change their name, even though a lot of items there are more than a dollar. So really no surprise when you know what's really happening with the rising prices, inflation, the rising cost of living, all the destruction of the workforce, the labor force, supply chains, manufacturing shortages, support, shipping, import delays. rising energy, fuel, transport costs. It's all leading to rising prices. So hold on to your hats, folks. Here's another one. CNN Business. 80 million European households struggle to stay warm. Rising energy costs will make the problem worse. Do you think rising energy costs stop in other countries and not here in the U.S.? No, it's coming to the U.S. It's here in the U.S. It's going to be a very expensive winter to those in the cold states, the northern states, paying for this heating, oil, and gas. Electricity prices going up. So basically, higher prices create higher prices. When companies have to pay more for their fuel, for their transport, for their truck fleet, transportation, they're going to pass along the rising prices to the consumer. So this doesn't just stop at energy. This spreads across the entire sectors, the entire globe. Yahoo Finance. Amazon adds delivery fee to Whole Foods orders to combat rising prices. This is not going to stop. Are you getting a pay raise often enough and big enough to keep up with these rising prices? New poll, this is out of Colorado. New poll shows widespread worry about rising prices. So even the average consumer, the average Joe, the average Jane are now realizing what is happening and realizing this is not transitory, this is not temporary. We're seeing major things shift here in this economy with prices, the cost of living, and a lot of people that were previously living paycheck to paycheck are going to get caught up and get thrown beneath the wheel in this bus. This is chaos. We reported here on what's happening over in the UK with the rising prices, the gas lines, the rising fuel, the shortages. This is chaos. Christmas prices will rise in Britain, truckers say. We just talked about the rising prices for the upcoming holidays here in the US as well. We talked about that a few reports ago. This is worldwide, folks. And all those cheap imports that have been cheap historically, will they stay cheap? You're going to see rising prices on imports. And we know in many retailers, mostly what is sold is items that are manufactured not in the U.S. So there's not going to be many safe havens. If you're someone living paycheck to paycheck, buckle up, prepare. You might want to make a emergency preparations right now for your budget, because things are not changing direction anytime soon as far as we can see. We're going to wrap this one up for now. Stay well, stay safe, keep stacking, stay positive, stay prepared, stay fit, stay healthy. Until next time, bye for now.